Dive into the clear blue sea, a world where fish dance and the water sparkles. But not all is calm under the surface. Here lies an adventure, a tale of survival and secrets. These shark stories bring you close to the ocean's most mysterious creature. Every story is full of suspense and shocks, from calm swims turning into thrilling chases to surprising turns between humans and sharks. What happens when the shark attacks? Does fear become wonder? Keep watching, as these stories will keep you gripped until the end. On a radiant summer day, Bondi Beach, a jewel of Sydney, Australia, buzzed with excitement and the melodious laughter of families enjoying the sun's warmth. The year was 2001, and after months of anticipation, locals and tourists alike had flocked to the beach to revel in its golden sands and inviting turquoise waters. Among them were Elizabeth Harper, a dedicated marine biologist, and Michael Thompson, a seasoned lifeguard known for his bravery and quick thinking. With her keen interest in marine life, especially sharks, Elizabeth often spent her days at the beach educating the public about marine conservation. On the other hand, Michael watched the beachgoers with a vigilant eye, ensuring everyone's safety. The beach was not just a place of leisure, but a community where every individual, from the ice cream vendor to the surf instructors, played a role in creating a harmonious environment. As the day progressed, the beach became a canvas of vibrant beach umbrellas and joyous families building sandcastles, surfers catching the waves and children splashing in the shallows. Unbeknownst to them, a shadow lurked beneath the surface, a giant and unusually aggressive shark, drawn closer to the shore by unseen factors, perhaps the warmer waters or the pursuit of prey. The first sign of trouble came as a chilling scream pierced the air. Elizabeth, who collected samples near the water's edge, turned sharply towards the sound. At his post, scanning the water for any signs of distress, Michael spotted a sudden thrashing in the water. Without hesitation, he grabbed his rescue board and plunged into the water. The beach erupted into chaos as more screams filled the air. Parents frantically gathered their children and swimmers raced towards the shore, their hearts pounding with fear. Elizabeth and several other bystanders rushed to assist Michael, who was now fighting to reach a young boy caught in the path of the frenzied shark. In those harrowing moments, the beach transformed from a place of leisure to a scene of desperation and fear. Michael reached the boy, pulling him onto the rescue board just as the shark made another aggressive pass, its dark fins slicing through the water like a blade. Elizabeth coordinated with the lifeguards on the shore to form a human chain, guiding the panicked swimmers to safety. As the attack subsided, the beach fell into a heavy silence, the joyous laughter replaced by sirens as emergency services arrived. The community was shaken, grappling with the reality of the incident. 3 lives had been tragically lost in what would be remembered as the 5-minute fury. The event highlighted the unpredictable nature of the sea. It sparked a heated debate within the community and beyond about shark conservation versus public safety. Elizabeth and Michael, along with the other rescuers, were hailed as heroes, their actions a testament to the human spirit's courage and solidarity in the face of danger. However, the attack scarred Bondi Beach, a reminder of the delicate balance between humans and nature. As the community began to heal, questions lingered about the future. How could such an incident be prevented? What measures could be taken to ensure the safety of beachgoers without harming the marine ecosystem? The debate continued, but one thing was clear. That day's events would forever change how Bondi Beach viewed its relationship with the sea. In the wake of the attack at Bondi Beach, Sydney, the community was enveloped in an atmosphere thick with grief and disbelief. The sun's rays no longer seemed to warm but to cast a spotlight on the tragedy that had unfolded. Eleanor Hayes, another seasoned marine biologist alongside lifeguard Captain James McAllister, spearheaded the risk management response. Their immediate concern was to prevent any more potential attacks and to understand the aggressive behavior of the shark, which was unlike anything documented in Australian waters. The council convened an emergency meeting, gathering input from experts like Elizabeth, Michael, local authorities, and community leaders. They decided on a multifaceted approach to address the immediate fear and the long-term implications of the incident. Surveillance drones were deployed to monitor the waters around Bondi, and barriers were erected to shield against possible future shark intrusions. Once teeming with laughter and the sound of crashing waves, the beach was now a scene of somber activity as measures were implemented. James and his team of lifeguards underwent specialized training to handle such rare but dangerous situations. The bravery and quick thinking of the team at Bondi Beach had saved lives, but the loss of 3 beachgoers weighed heavily on their hearts. In their honor, the community organized a vigil on the sands of Bondi, where people came together to mourn, remember, and stand in solidarity. The names of the lost, Michael Davidson, Sophia Rodriguez, and Liam Chen, were etched onto a memorial plaque, ensuring their memory would forever be part of Bondi's history. Amid the sorrow, a heated debate emerged within the community and online forums. Some voices called for culling the shark population around Bondi, arguing it was necessary for human safety. Others, including Eleanor, advocated for a more compassionate approach, emphasizing the importance of understanding shark behavior and investing in non-lethal control measures. The tense discourse reflected the broader global conversation about wildlife conservation and human coexistence. As weeks turned into months, Bondi Beach slowly began to reclaim its identity as a beloved summer destination. The barriers and surveillance technology proved effective, with no further incidents reported. Educational programs about marine life and safety were introduced, fostering a new level of respect and awareness among the beachgoers. The community had faced its darkest hour with unity and resolve, emerging more robust and connected to the natural world. The story became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the complexity of nature, and the delicate balance between fear and understanding. It reminded everyone that the ocean's depths hold mysteries and challenges, requiring respect, caution, and most importantly, a commitment to coexistence. In the expansive beauty of the Great Barrier Reef, off the coast of Queensland, Australia, the sun bathed the turquoise waters in a brilliant light, creating a paradise for divers worldwide. Among these was a group of amateur divers led by the charismatic Ethan Collins. Ethan and his close friends Sarah Jennings, a marine biology enthusiast, and Alex Turner, a photography aficionado, had embarked on an underwater adventure. Their goal was to explore the vibrant coral gardens and capture the stunning biodiversity of the reef, blissfully unaware of the dangers that lurked beneath. The trio, equipped with diving gear and cameras, descended into the mesmerizing underwater world, hearts brimming with excitement. The reef was alive, teeming with schools of colorful fish darting between corals, graceful sea turtles and beams of sunlight piercing the water to illuminate the marine wonderland below. Sarah shared her vast knowledge of marine life, pointing out different coral species. At the same time, Alex was consumed by his quest for the perfect photograph, his camera clicking non-stop. As they ventured more profoundly, the reef's beauty unfolded around them in a spectacle of life and color. However, unknown to the divers, a predator prowled in the depths. A bull shark, drawn by the flurry of activity, was inching closer, its presence unnoticed until it was too late. The serenity of the dive was shattered when the shark, blending into the deep blue, launched a sudden attack. Near the shark, Ethan felt a sharp tug on his leg, the force of the attack sending a wave of panic through his body. He caught a fleeting glimpse of the shark's formidable silhouette before it vanished into the murky depths, leaving a trail of fear and confusion. Sarah and Alex, witnessing the attack, rushed to Ethan's aid as blood began to cloud the water around them, painting a stark contrast to the vibrant hues of the reef. The severity of Ethan's injury was a grim reminder of the ocean's unpredictability and the inherent dangers within. The focus of the group shifted immediately to survival. Their adventure turned into a frantic effort to ascend to the surface and return to their boat, all while keeping Ethan conscious and calm. The task was daunting. The shark remained a constant threat, and every second underwater increased Ethan's risk of blood loss and shock. Amid the chaos, Sarah applied a makeshift tourniquet to Ethan's leg, attempting to stem the bleeding. At the same time, Alex supported Ethan, helping him stay afloat. Their ascent was slow and tense, each bubble rising to the surface, a reminder of the danger that still lurked below. The boat, their only hope for escape, appeared a distant speck against the vast ocean. As they swam towards safety, the reality of their perilous situation sank in. Once a symbol of beauty and exploration, the reef had revealed its darker side. reminding them of nature's unpredictability and the thin line between adventure and disaster. As Ethan, Sarah, and Alex made their painstaking way towards the boat, every stroke through the water was weighed down by urgency and fear. The reef, a realm of unparalleled beauty, had become a stage for a life-and-death struggle. The shark's attack had not only left Ethan grievously injured, still, it had also shattered the group's illusion of a haven beneath the waves. Now, the very ocean that had beckoned them with its mysteries threatened to claim one of their own. The journey back was fraught with challenges. With Ethan's condition worsening, Sarah and Alex's efforts to keep him afloat and conscious became more desperate. Sarah, recalling every piece of first aid knowledge she had, instructed Alex to keep talking to Ethan, to keep him engaged with the world above the water's surface. Their voices, muffled by the water and their equipment, nonetheless provided a lifeline, a slender thread of hope amidst the vast, indifferent ocean. The presence of the shark loomed over them like a specter, its potential return a constant threat that propelled them forward with a mix of dread and determination. The boat, their beacon of safety, seemed to drift further away with each glance back. A mirage on the horizon painfully slow to materialize into a tangible rescue. Upon reaching the boat, the relief was immediate but tempered by the gravity of Ethan's condition. With no time to waste, Sarah and Alex hoisted Ethan aboard, their actions fueled by adrenaline. They administered first aid as best as they could, staunching the bleeding and wrapping Ethan in blankets to combat shock. The radio crackled to life as they called for emergency assistance, their voices tense but precise, reporting their location and the urgent need for a medical evacuation. The wait for the rescue helicopter was agonizing. Each minute stretched into an eternity, with Ethan's labored breathing and the gentle rocking of the boat as stark reminders of the fragility of life. When the sound of the helicopter finally pierced the air, it was like a chorus of angels, a promise of salvation after what had seemed like a descent into hell. The rescue operation was swift and efficient. As the helicopter's winch lowered, Sarah and Alex watched with bated breath as Ethan was secured and then lifted into the air, his body limp but alive. The moment was bittersweet, a mix of relief for Ethan's rescue and a profound realization of how quickly joy can turn to despair. In the aftermath of the rescue, the trio sat on the boat, enveloped in a reflective and healing silence. With its vibrant life and hidden dangers, the Great Barrier Reef has imparted a harsh lesson in respect and humility. They sought adventure and found a trial that tested their limits, courage, and bond. Their ordeal spread as a cautionary tale for other divers. It reignited discussions about the balance between human activity and preserving natural habitats. For Ethan, Sarah, and Alex, the experience was a pivotal moment in their lives, a reminder of the ocean's majesty and menace. They had ventured into the deep as enthusiasts seeking beauty. They returned as survivors, forever changed by knowing what lies beneath the surface. Their adventure had ended, but the story of their survival, of friendship and resilience in the face of nature's unforgiving power, would continue to resonate, a testament to the human spirit's capacity to overcome even the most daunting challenges. The serene beaches were already bustling with activity in the golden glow of an early morning on the Gold Coast, Queensland. Among the crowd was Laura Mitchell, a young and exceptionally talented surfer whose dedication to her sport was evident in her every move. With her sun-bleached hair and a smile as bright as the Australian sun, Laura was a well-known figure in the local surfing community, admired for her skill on the waves and her indomitable spirit. The day promised excellent conditions for surfing, with clear skies and waves that beckoned the bravest of hearts. Laura, eager to make the most of it, paddled out into the ocean, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. Around her, other surfers shared the camaraderie that only the sea could foster, each dancing with the rolling waves. As Laura waited for the perfect wave, her focus was complete, a testament to her passion for surfing. This passion had driven her from a young age, pushing her to challenge the limits of what she could achieve on a surfboard. Today was no different. She was ready to take on the ocean, to carve her path across its surface. Suddenly the water around her surged as a great wave approached, a monstrous swell that promised an exhilarating ride. Laura positioned herself, paddling with solid and determined strokes. She caught the wave, standing up on her board with a grace that belied the power beneath her feet. The world seemed to stand still as she rowed, the wave carrying her toward the shore with unstoppable force. But in a heartbeat, the idyllic scene shattered. A dark shadow loomed beneath the water's surface, moving with a speed and purpose that sent a chill down the spine of anyone who saw it. A great white shark, one of the ocean's most formidable predators, was closing in on Lara. The attack was swift and brutal. Lara caught off guard and fought with every ounce of strength she had. The water around her turned into a churning maelstrom of confusion and fear. On shore, the alarm was raised, the morning's tranquility broken by cries of terror and the urgent sound of lifeguards springing into action. Rescue efforts were mobilized with impressive speed. Jet skis were launched into the water, cutting through the waves to reach Lara, struggling to stay afloat. The surfing community, always tight-knit in the face of danger, rallied together, their collective effort focused on saving one of their own. As the rescue team reached Lara, the shark disappeared into the ocean's depths, perhaps deterred by the commotion. Lara was pulled from the water, her condition critical but alive, a testament to her resilience and the quick response of those around her. The attack's impact on the Gold Coast surfing community was immediate and profound. Lara was not just a fellow surfer. She symbolized the passion and risk inherent in their love for the ocean. As she was rushed to the hospital, the community stood together on the beach, their hearts heavy with the reality of the danger they all faced in pursuit of their passion. The story of Lara's attack spread quickly, a stark reminder of the risks taken by those who dare to challenge the ocean's might. But even as fear and concern gripped the community, there was also a growing sense of unity and determination. They would not be deterred by the dangers of the sea. Instead, they would support one another and continue to ride the waves, driven by the same passion that had defined Lara's life. As the sun set on the Gold Coast, the surfing community gathered their thoughts with Lara as she fought for her life in the hospital. They shared stories of her bravery, love for surfing, and spirit that had always inspired them. In the face of adversity, they found strength in their shared passion, a bond that the attack could not break. The story of Lara's battle for survival was just beginning, and as the night fell, a quiet resolve settled over the Gold Coast. They would stand by one of their own, ready to face the challenges ahead with the same courage and resilience that Lara had shown. The ocean had taken much from them, but it had also given them a community, a family united by their love for the waves. And together, they would navigate the uncertain waters of the future, their spirits unbroken, their resolve unwavering. As dawn broke over the Gold Coast, the news of Lara Mitchell's shark attack had permeated every corner of the local and broader surfing community. Lara, lying in a hospital bed, represented a stark emblem of the risks every surfer willingly faced for the love of the sport. Yet in the wake of the attack, a palpable sense of resilience began to emanate from those same waters that had brought them all together. Lara's condition, though severe, was stabilizing. The doctors were cautiously optimistic, praising her remarkable fight to survive. Her parents, steadfast by her bedside, became conduits for the outpouring of support from the community. Surfers, many of whom had never met Lara but felt a kinship through a shared passion, sent messages of encouragement and offers of help. The local surf shops and clubs organized fundraisers to aid with her medical expenses, a testament to the solidarity and communal spirit of the surfing world. The attack had ignited a fervent discussion on shark conservation versus public safety, a debate that resonated through the coastal town. While some called for measures to reduce the risk of shark encounters, others advocated for respecting and preserving the natural oceanic ecosystem. Amidst this, a collective initiative emerged, led by seasoned surfers and marine biologists, to educate the community on coexisting safely with marine life. Workshops on shark behavior, safety protocols while surfing, and the significance of sharks to the marine ecosystem were organized, bridging the gap between fear and understanding. Throughout her recovery, Lara symbolizes the dialogue between humanity and nature. Her story, filled with passion, risk, and resilience, underscored the complex relationship surfers had with the sea, a mixture of reverence, love, and caution. The community's response to her ordeal reflected a more profound acknowledgement of the ocean's unpredictability and a renewed commitment to navigate its waves with respect and wisdom. Months passed and Lara's recovery surpassed expectations. Her spirit, undimmed by the attack, fueled her rehabilitation. The physical scars were a testament to her survival. Still, her unquenched desire to return to the ocean truly inspired her. Lara's first visit back to the beach was a momentous occasion. The surfing community gathered not just to witness her return, but to celebrate their collective resilience and unity in the face of adversity. Ultimately, Lara Mitchell's encounter with a great white shark became a narrative of hope, a reminder of the indomitable human spirit, and a celebration of the surfing community's solidarity. As she rode the waves again, Lara wasn't just surfing. She embodied the essence of resilience, inspiring countless others to face their battles with the same courage and heart. With all its beauty and dangers, the ocean remained an integral part of their lives, a constant reminder of the strength found in passion, the importance of community, and the unyielding power of the human spirit to overcome. On the pristine shores of Rangali Island, Maldives, Julia and Michael Thompson stood hand in hand, gazing out at the endless expanse of turquoise waters that stretched before them. The newlyweds had chosen this secluded paradise for their honeymoon, where they could celebrate the beginning of their lives together, away from the hustle and bustle of the world. The island, with its white sandy beaches and tranquil waters, seemed the perfect backdrop for their love story. With her radiant smile and eyes full of dreams, Julia had imagined this moment for months. The wedding had been a whirlwind of joy and celebration. Still, in the quiet serenity of the Maldives, it was here that she looked forward to spending uninterrupted time with Michael. In turn, he was captivated by the beauty of their surroundings and the happiness that sparkled in Julia's eyes. They were young, in love, and beginning a promising future together. The first few days of their honeymoon were filled with the simple pleasures of island life. They explored the vibrant coral reefs teeming with colorful fish, relaxed on the beach under the shade of palm trees, and enjoyed romantic dinners under the stars. Life couldn't be more perfect. However, the tranquility of their idyllic retreat was about to be shattered. On a day that began like any other, with the sun casting a golden glow over the island, Michael suggested they swim in the clear, calm waters off the beach. Swimming had always been one of Michael's passions, a joy he was eager to share with Julia. As they waded into the warm ocean, laughter and splashes filled the air, the couple reveling in the sheer delight of the moment. They swam further from the shore, enchanted by the underwater world that unfolded around them. Julia, a bit more cautious, stayed close to Michael, her confidence buoyed by his presence. Without warning, the unthinkable happened. A swift and menacing shadow loomed beneath the surface, a shark drawn to the shallows in search of prey. In a split second of horror, it attacked its target, Michael, who was furthest from the shore. Julia's screams pierced the air as she witnessed the attack, her heart racing with fear and disbelief. The crystal-clear waters around them turned dark with blood as she frantically swam towards Michael, desperate to help him. But the shark, having inflicted a fatal wound, disappeared as quickly as it had appeared. The beach, once a haven of peace and happiness, became chaotic. Lifeguards and fellow tourists rushed to their aid, pulling Michael's lifeless body from the water. Julia, in shock, could barely comprehend the sudden, devastating turn their honeymoon had taken. As the sun set on Rangali Island that day, the joy and love that had brought Julia and Michael to its shores were overshadowed by grief and tragedy. The attack, a rare occurrence in the tranquil waters of the Maldives, left the island community in shock and prompted an immediate investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident. For Julia, the loss of Michael was an unimaginable blow. The days that followed were a blur of tears, questions, and the unbearable weight of grief. She grappled with the reality of returning home alone. Her dreams of a future with Michael shattered instantly. The investigation into the attack offered little solace, as it could not bring back what she had lost. As the island returned to its peaceful routine, Julia faced the daunting task of dealing with her grief and trauma. While comforting, the support of family and friends could not fill the void left by Michael's absence. She struggled to find meaning in a world that had taken away her partner, her love, and her hope for the future. The story of Julia and Michael's honeymoon in the Maldives, marked by tragedy and loss, serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life. It explores the depths of grief and the strength required to face a future forever altered by a moment of terror. As Julia begins her healing journey, she carries with her the memories of the love she and Michael shared, a love that remains unbroken despite the tragedy. In the quiet aftermath of tragedy, Julia found solace in the beauty that had once been the backdrop of her deepest joy, and then her most profound sorrow. She chose to honor Michael's memory by embracing life as he wanted, full of love, passion, and the pursuit of happiness despite the pain. With time, the ocean that took so much from her also offered healing, its vastness a reminder of the endless possibilities ahead. Julia's journey through grief towards acceptance became a testament to their undying love, a promise kept to live fully, not just for herself but for Michael too. In doing so, she found a way to move forward, her heart forever carrying their love and dreams, a beacon of hope in the face of life's unpredictable tides. In the early hours of a misty morning in 2021, along the expansive waters of the Zambezi River, which carves its way between Zimbabwe and Zambia, Michael Sibanda, an experienced fisherman with decades of navigating these waters, embarked on what was to be an extraordinary day. Known in his community for his unmatched skills and deep respect for the river, Michael set out in his small, well-worn boat, hoping the day would yield a bountiful catch. With its sprawling deltas and rich biodiversity, the Zambezi had always been a source of life and livelihood for the local communities. Michael, like his father before him, had learned to read the river's moods and movements, understanding the patterns of the fish and the rhythm of the waters. On this day, however, the river seemed different, as if holding its breath, the usually vibrant bird calls eerily subdued. As the sun began to climb, dispersing the last of the morning fog, Michael navigated to a secluded spot known only to a few. The area was teeming with potential. The waters here were more profound and relaxed, attracting various fish. Setting up his fishing gear with practiced ease, Michael cast his line into the water, the silence around him broken only by the gentle lapping of the river against his boat. The morning passed peacefully, with Michael lost in the solitude of his thoughts, the occasional tug on his line the only interruption. It was not until midday, when the sun was high overhead, casting a brilliant light across the water, that the scene's tranquility was shattered. Without warning, a massive force struck the side of his boat, jolting Michael from his reverie. At first, he thought it was a log or debris carried by the current, but his blood ran cold as he peered into the water. A pair of dark, unblinking eyes stared back at him, belonging to a creature that seemed impossible in the river's freshwater. A shark, its sleek, menacing form cutting through the water with ease. Panic surged through Michael as the shark circled, its intentions unclear, but its presence an undeniable threat. The fisherman knew he was far from help. The remote location of his fishing spot was now a disadvantage. His mind raced, recalling his knowledge of sharks, though such creatures were tales of the ocean, not the river. As the shark made another pass, closer this time, its dorsal fin slicing through the water like a knife, Michael realized he was fighting for his life. He relied on his wits and experience with no weapons, grabbing his oars and striking the water, hoping to deter the predator. But the shark was persistent, each passing more aggressive, its body's power dangerously rocking the boat. The attack, when it came, was swift and terrifying. The shark rammed the boat with enough force to nearly tip it over, snapping its jaws at Michael's oar as he struggled to keep the creature at bay. The fisherman's heart pounded in his chest, fear and adrenaline fueling his actions as he fought to avoid becoming the shark's next meal. Back on shore, the news of a fisherman battling a shark in the Zambezi spread like wildfire, a mix of disbelief and fear gripping the community. Rescuers were dispatched, but each passing minute grew more dire. Michael's struggle against the shark was not just a battle for survival, but a testament to the unpredictable power of nature, a reminder of the thin line between man and the wild. As the community waited anxiously for news, the outcome of Michael's encounter hung in the balance, a moment suspended in time, where the vast, untamed river held a story as ancient as it was unexpected. In those moments, suspended between life and death, Michael's instincts took over. Drawing upon years of experience on the river, he remembered an old fisherman's tale about predators being deterred by eye contact and aggressive behavior. With the shark preparing for another charge, Michael locked eyes with the beast, shouting defiantly, using his oar to mimic the thrusts of a spear. The shark, perhaps surprised by his audacity, hesitated, circling once more before disappearing into the murky depths of the Zambezi. The immediate danger gone, Michael quickly assessed his situation. His boat had sustained damage. Water was seeping in, but it was manageable. He set to work, using his fishing gear to patch the hole temporarily while keeping a wary eye on the water. With the boat stabilized, he began the long and arduous journey back to shore, rowing with all his might, driven by the primal urge to survive. The community responded with relief and awe when Michael's boat finally appeared on the horizon. Rescuers met him halfway, escorting him back to safety. His story, once told, became a legend in the local villages, a tale of man's resilience in the face of nature's raw fury. The shark's presence in the freshwater delta became a topic of much discussion among experts and locals alike. Some speculated climate change and shifting marine patterns led the shark into unfamiliar territory. In response, the community grew more vigilant, adapting their practices to ensure the safety of their fishermen. For Michael, the encounter was transformative. While he returned to fishing, he did so with a newfound respect for the river and its inhabitants. He became an advocate for conservation, urging his community to protect the delicate balance of their natural surroundings. The experience had shown him the river was not just a source of livelihood, but a living entity capable of giving and taking away. His tale of survival spread beyond the local villages, inspiring fear and fascination with the natural world's unpredictability. Once a simple fisherman, Michael symbolized the human spirit's indomitable will to overcome even the most insurmountable challenges. Years later, Michael would often tell his story to wide-eyed listeners, not as a boast, but as a lesson. It is a lesson in respect, resilience, and the understanding that humanity must coexist with nature, not as dominators but earth stewards. His encounter with the shark in the Zambezi River remained a testament to this delicate balance. This narrative enriched the tapestry of tales woven along the banks of the mighty river. On a sultry evening in July 1998, North Shore, Oahu, Hawaii became the backdrop for a tale that would echo through the community for years. The North Shore, renowned for its majestic beaches, towering waves, and vibrant marine life, has always been a magnet for locals and tourists seeking adventure. However, beneath the allure of crystal-clear waters, a hidden danger lurked: the presence of sharks, especially at night when they are most active. Among those drawn to the thrill of the North Shore was 17-year-old Alex Johnson, a rebellious teenager with a knack for challenging the limits. With his carefree attitude and love for the sea, Alex often shrugged off the warnings about the dangers that swam beneath the waves. That night, fueled by the adrenaline rush of defying conventional wisdom and the persuasive cheers of his friends, Alex decided to go for a night swim, ignoring the well-known cautionary advice about shark-infested waters. Alex's friends, Michael Thompson and Sarah Lee, both 16, watched from the beach, their initial excitement turning into anxiety as the realization of the risk Alex was taking set in. The beach was deserted, the only sounds being the gentle lapping of waves and distant laughter from nearby homes, oblivious to the unfolding drama by the shoreline. As Alex plunged into the cool water, the moonlight cast a silvery glow, illuminating his path. The world seemed to stand still for a moment, with Alex feeling a surge of freedom and exhilaration. But this euphoria was short-lived. A chilling sensation gripped him within minutes as he felt something brush against his leg. Panic set in as he realized he was not alone in the water. Back on the shore, Michael and Sarah sensed something was wrong when they saw Alex frantically waving and shouting for help. The realization that their friend was in imminent danger from a possible shark encounter sent them into a frenzy. Michael, without hesitation, ran to the nearest house to call for help, while Sarah, paralyzed with fear, kept her eyes fixed on Alex, shouting words of encouragement. The local community, known for its tight-knit and supportive nature, sprang into action upon hearing of Alex's peril. Fishermen, surfers, and lifeguards, equipped with flashlights and rescue gear, converged on the beach, ready to embark on a desperate rescue mission. The atmosphere was tense, a mix of fear and determination hanging in the air as the rescue team coordinated their approach, knowing that time was of the essence. As the rescue operation commenced, the community held its breath, hoping for a miracle. Alex struggled to stay afloat, battling fatigue and fear, his mind racing with thoughts of his family and friends and the sheer unpredictability of nature he had underestimated. And the night, once serene, now echoed with the sounds of urgency and the collective effort of a community determined to save one of their own. The North Shore community responded to Alex's distress swiftly and coordinatedly. Still, the situation in the water was rapidly deteriorating. Now realizing the gravity of his decision, Alex felt a primal fear as the shadowy figure of a giant shark circled closer. His attempts to swim back to shore were hampered by the panic that gripped him, each stroke seemingly futile against the vastness of the ocean and the impending threat. The rescue team, led by seasoned lifeguard Daniel Kimura, employed every bit of their training and local knowledge to approach Alex without provoking the shark further. Using jet skis and boats, they created a barrier between him and the shark, shining bright lights into the water to disorient the predator. The community on the shore, from the youngest children to the eldest residents, watched in silent prayer, their hearts beating as one with the rescue effort. In a daring move, Daniel dove into the water, armed only with a rescue tube and his years of experience in dealing with marine creatures. His approach was calm and measured, designed to avoid startling the shark further while making his way to Alex. Seeing Daniel's approach, the teenager felt a glimmer of hope amidst the terror. Daniel's firm yet reassuring voice guided him to stay still, conserving his energy for the final push to safety. Meanwhile, Alex's friends, Michael and Sarah, alongside the gathered crowd, were a mix of emotions. Guilt, fear, and hope swirled within them as they watched the rescue unfold. Tears streaming down her face, Sarah whispered apologies into the night, regretting her part in goading Alex into the water. Michael, hands clenched, wished he could trade places with his friend, his mind tormented by what-ifs. The moment of truth came when Daniel reached Alex, quickly wrapping the rescue tube around him. The shark, perhaps deterred by the commotion or simply losing interest, drifted away into the darkness. With careful, powerful strokes, Daniel began pulling Alex back to the safety of the jet ski, where other team members were ready to haul them out of the water. Once on shore, the relief was palpable. The crowd erupted into cheers and tears, embracing one another in a collective sigh of relief. Alex, exhausted and shaken, was met with blankets and immediate medical attention. The reality of his brush with death was overwhelming. Still, the presence of his friends and the comforting arms of the community provided a balm to his rattled nerves. The aftermath of the event reverberated through North Shore. Alex's recklessness served as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the respect owed to the power of nature. While relieved at the successful rescue, the community engaged in serious conversations about safety measures and the importance of heeding warnings. Alex, for his part, underwent a profound transformation. The incident humbled him and instilled a newfound respect for the sea and its inhabitants. He dedicated himself to advocating for ocean safety, sharing his story with young locals and visitors alike, hoping to prevent similar incidents. The shark, a mere participant in the drama by its nature, reminded everyone of the delicate balance between human activities and wildlife habitats. The event led to increased shark conservation and education efforts, highlighting the need for coexistence and understanding. In the end, the story of Alex's night swim became more than a tale of survival. It became a catalyst for change. The community of North Shore, united by the event, emerged more robust and more committed to safeguarding each other and their shared environment. Alex's journey from a rebellious teenager to a community advocate exemplified nature's unpredictable, often transformative power, leaving an indelible mark on all who witnessed it.